Welcome everyone to my channel, Alien Diamonds. Today I will be doing a WIP and chat. For those who don't know, WIP just stands for work in progress, so you can either pull out your own WIP as you watch me, or just listen to me in the background as you do chores or go on a drive, or whatever else it is you want to do. Today I am working on Manhattan Bridge from Amazon from the brand Neo palette. It is a 30 by 40 centimeter with 18,526 drills, 29 colors, and they are square. And I am section 6 of 8, so I'm pretty close to finishing this one. I bought these ones specifically because I'd already done some of the national parks ones from the brand Neo palette, and I really liked them. And my wife grew up in New York, so when I saw that they had a New York set, I had to get them. This is just one of 3 New York ones that they have. So, yeah. Before I zoom in, though, first thing diamond painting related is that I bought myself a new light board. It is not huge, but it is bigger than my old one. This is an A3, so my previous one was A4, and so this one's like twice as big. I'd been wanting to get a bigger one for a while, and then because I've been diamond painting with my wife, I kept asking her, I was like, do you want to try using a light board? And she was like, no, it's okay. And I kept trying to convince her to do it because I was like, if I can convince her that a light board is good, then that's an excuse for me to buy myself a new one. But then I saw this one and it was on sale for $10. So I was like, that's enough. That's enough of a reason. If I can get a A3 light board for $10, then I'm gonna do it. And so far I'm liking it. It has a really long cord, which isn't necessary for my setup here, but when I'm done painting over on the couch, it'll be great. But now that I've actually talked about that, I'm going to zoom into my section and actually start diamond painting. Okay. One thing with the bigger light board that I'm hoping that it'll make it maybe easier to see what I'm doing when I'm filming, because if the lighting is more even across the whole screen, maybe that'll make it easier. Maybe because there's less contrast or something like that. In my head, that makes sense. We'll see when I actually get to editing this video, though. Other diamond painting news. So, as I'd mentioned last WIP and chat, I believe it was, I'd gotten this Art Dot putty wax stuff as a free gift when I ordered the canvas from them. And I haven't had to change it out once this whole week. I mean, I think I'm getting close to having to change it. Like, this stuff is bright blue, but obviously this is very dirty. But I haven't changed it all week. I did try putting it in my single placer. That, I didn't vibe with that, so I just switched back to normal wax for that. But as far as the multi-placer goes, it's been working out really well. So I'm very happy about that, especially since I didn't have to pay for the putty. But even so, I think it's like $8 or $9 on Amazon. So even then, it's a reasonable price, and it's so much. And if it lasts me a whole week, then that's definitely, like, not a big deal price-wise. I'm getting very close to my 1-year anniversary of when I started diamond painting, and I'm trying to decide, because, like, I thought that I would do, like, a here's everything I did in my first year of diamond painting kind of video, and talk about, you know, different stats, like how many drills, how many hours I've spent, how many I've completed, and showing off, like, all the canvases I've done. Obviously not going in as much, like, depth into each canvas as I do with, like, my month in reviews, because otherwise that would be way too long. But, you know, at least showing them off, and I don't know exactly what I would talk about. Maybe just one small detail about them. The only issue with that is that I have most of my diamond paintings hung on my walls. So I can't just, like, sit down here at my table and, like, show them one by one. I'd have to, like, go around my house and show them off, which would be fun, except that they're not hung on my walls in order of when I did them. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Should I still try to show them in order of when I did them and just, like, cut to me in different parts of my house showing them off one at a time? Or should I show them more in just how they're hung up? Which would be out of order, but would be a little easier. I'm not sure. I'm very torn on that. It's wild to me that I'm actually still into this hobby at all, because I'm the kind of person who will like find a new hobby every 2 months. So the fact that it's been 11 and a half and I'm still enjoying diamond painting just as much, if not more, than I was when I first started, wild. I'm impressed. I'm happy. Hopefully it continues to stay this way and I can actually enjoy this for a long time. I mean, I'm on my way to make a whole YouTube channel about it, so would be convenient if I could actually keep it as a hobby, unlike seemingly everything else in my life. That being said, I mentioned it last week and I'll keep mentioning it. I'm still looking forward to drills and chills. I'm trying to decide which containers I want to kit up my canvas in. If you haven't seen the canvas I picked for drills and chills, I'll link it up in the video, because I'm so happy that I found that canvas and that it came out just in time for me to like order it. I'm very much looking forward to doing it. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful and very cozy, very fall. Just like the perfect canvas for drills and chills, and not too big, so I won't have to be worried about like trying to race to finish it in time. I also, I'll have to check it again because I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting kind of close to 100 diamond painting finishes. Like it's like 70 or 80 or something that I'm around, I think. And I'm trying to decide, because I think I want to do Castle and Mountains by Roberto Nieto for my 100th finish. But that means I need to... It is a big canvas, so I'm thinking I need to start it when I'm at around 90, somewhere between 90 and 95. So that one that one might be the next Diamond Art Club that I do, because I only like doing one Diamond Art Club at a time. Right now I'm still working on Apothecary Shop by Claudia McKinney. I only did 2 sections last week. And that one is probably gonna end up being like something that takes me 3 months to do. This is my 2nd month working on it. But it is... I'm still enjoying it. It's just... It takes a lot of concentration, and it's... You know, it's a little bit of like I need to be able to sit down and focus for a long time to actually get anything done on it. It's not something that I can just like unroll and work on for a few minutes. The other diamond painting news is, as always, as far as Diamond Art Club releases this past weekend, there were kind of 2 that stood out to me. Trick or Treat Wilhelmina by Miss Holly and Autumn Letter by Ivy Dollamore. I wanted to get that one so bad, and if I'd been paying attention to the time on Saturday morning, I might not have been able to stop myself from getting it. But I did not look at a clock all morning intentionally, because I was like, if I look at the clock and I see that it's getting close to 10, I'm going to want to hop on my computer and try to order it. But I didn't. So come like, I don't know, it was around noon when I finally was like, okay, I'm going to go look and see if it's still in stock. And of course it wasn't. I knew it wouldn't be. That was kind of the point. Because I do not have money to be buying diamond paintings right now. Like, which is kind of sad. But also, I have so many. You know, I have plenty in my stash right now. I think it's sitting at 53, and I want it to be sitting right around 50. So I don't need to be buying more. I don't need to be spending more money right now. That being said, I did end up with an Amazon gift card this week, which obviously can't help me with buying a Diamond Art Club canvas, but I was like, oh, I have a gift card. I can go buy some new diamond paintings for myself. And I was like, I have enough diamond paintings. I do not need to buy diamond paintings for myself. I did use part of that gift card on the new light pad, but again, the light pad was on sale for $10. It was honestly a steal. But I decided that, because I really don't need to buy more diamond paintings for myself right now, I decided to finally send some over to Diamonds for a Better Tomorrow. For those who don't know, Diamonds for a Better Tomorrow is, well, she's working to make it like an official nonprofit. And essentially the lady who runs it, Michelle, sends out diamond painting kits to people in need. So people who can benefit from the stress relief and the enjoyment of diamond painting who just can't afford it at the moment. And I don't know. I love that she's doing this for people, and I like it's like, again, I had a gift card. I didn't need new diamond paintings, but there are other people who could benefit from new diamond paintings. So I wrote some stuff to send over to her. Anyways, I think that's all of the diamond painting stuff that I had to talk about. So moving on to just like my day-to-day life stuff. I had my kids like yearly checkup appointment last Wednesday. And, you know, in the morning, the week before I had a doctor's appointment, and I told them, hey, I'm going to the doctor's. And they're like, I want to go to the doctor's. And I was like, no, you can't come to the doctor's. And my roommate had babysat him for like it was like half an hour appointment. It was a very quick appointment, but he was very upset that I was going somewhere without him. So this past Wednesday, I was like, okay, we are going to go to the doctor's today. You gotta come with me. And he was thrilled about that. And then on driving over, like while we were driving there, he started asking me, he was like, I get to pick a lolly? And for a second I thought he was asking about my sister, because my sister has a name that starts with an L. And I was like, you want to pick an aunt? And I said her name, and he was like, no, a lolly. And I was like, what? And the whole drive over there, I could not figure out what he was asking. And then we get to the doctor's, and, you know, I'm up at the front desk, like, checking in, telling them that we're there. And my kid points to the bucket of suckers that they have. And he was like, I get to pick a lolly. And I was like, oh, a lolly? Like a lollipop. You get to pick a sucker. And he was like, yeah, I get to pick a sucker. And then again, whole time, like, we're actually back having the doctor's appointment, he keeps randomly saying, I get to pick a lolly. And I'm like, why is he calling it a lolly? I have never called it a lolly in my life. I do not, where is this coming from? And it took me the whole rest of the day, because, like, I couldn't get it out of my mind the whole rest of the day until finally, because we let him have a bit of screen time, like, while we're making dinner. You know, because keeps him distracted, keeps him away from the hot stove and everything. And I look over, and I realize, recently, he's been watching Peppa Pig. And I was like, oh, lolly. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah. It took me a moment to realize where that was from. But then it made sense, and I was like, okay. Also weird how easily kids pick up stuff like that. Like, it's crazy to think that even just like a year ago, he probably only knew like 50 words, and now it's like I couldn't even try to count how many words he knows now. Thousands, I'm sure. L's. I see a few up there at the top. You know, I've actually really liked this canvas. It's more confetti heavy than any of the National Parks ones from this brand, specifically in the bridge area. But I've enjoyed like doing the kind of checker pattern that they have in the bridge supports. It's been a lot of fun to me for some reason. Am I missing any L's? Oh, yes, I am. I still have another doctor's appointment this Wednesday. It's just blood work. Should be fast. It's not even like a scheduled appointment. They're just like, oh yeah, just come back on this day and just say that you're here for blood work and we'll get you taken care of. And I was like, okay. And luckily, like, my mom will be available to watch my kids, so I won't have to make my roommate watch him again. I always feel bad because, like, she's always willing, and, like, I'd be willing to watch her kid whenever she'd asked, like, if she needed me to as well. But I'm just like, I feel bad. I don't want to, like, be that person who just expects that our roommates will always be there to watch our kids. So, my mom will be watching him. I kind of hope that they find something with the blood work, but I also, it's like, I don't want anything to be wrong, right? But I also am hoping they find something just so that because like deep down I know there's something wrong. And so if they can just find something with some blood work tests, that's easier than like, I don't know. It's always weird. I have very mixed feelings about like doctors and hospitals. Like I love that work is being done, and obviously it's necessary, but also it just comes with a lot of stress. Moving on to happier. I mean, not that the doctor's appointments I'm going to. I'm not like sick. I'm healthy. It's just it's complicated. I had somebody message me and I felt so bad because they're like, "Are you okay? You've mentioned like doctor's appointments and medicine," and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to mislead any of you guys. I'm okay. I am okay. It's just like I don't want to talk about the specifics of it, but I am healthy. I'm fine." Anyways, moving on from that, uh, Conan Gray, which is my favorite musical artist, at least currently, released his new album last week, and it released at midnight on the East Coast, which was like 10 p.m. for me. So normally I go to bed. I try to go to bed around 9 or 10. But I was like, no, I'm staying up because I want to listen to this album as soon as it drops. And so I did, and it was very worth it. There's some of the songs that like I think it's going to take me several listens through to actually like start to care about more. But for now, they're already. I mean, there were some like singles that he pre-released before he dropped the whole album, which I've already mentioned. Um, Mainly the one that is still like in my top 3 songs of the whole album is Vodka Cranberry. Gorgeous song. He has a gorgeous voice and such a good falsetto. But now that he's released the whole thing, then there's a few other songs that I'm like, I don't know how to rank these because they're all amazing. So the first song on the album is Actor, and I've been listening to that song on repeat for the past few days. And then Nauseous and 1111, which are later in the album. They're all so good. He writes such good lyrics. So I'm definitely someone who cares more about the lyrics of a song than like the tempo or like the melody. Like if you've got good lyrics, then I'll pretty much listen to any like style of music. So I don't know. I love Conan Gray, and I wish that I could actually go see him in like person in a concert because he's performing in a city near me in October. And when I realized this, I had to text my cousin because she's also obsessed with Conan Gray, and I was like, "Do we try to make it to this concert?" But then like concert tickets are $60, and she has a wedding at the beginning of next year, and then I'm just broke right now. So, as much as we both really want to see Conan, it's not going to happen. At least not this year. And I've missed like, there's been like 3 other he's performed like 3 other times near me. And every time I've texted my cousin, like, do we do it this time? And every time it's like, oh, well, yeah, we really want to, but it's probably not going to happen. It will someday. We'll make it happen someday. I hope. Oh, I missed a pee already. I am. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. But yeah, even if I can't see him in person, it'll be okay. I don't even know if I would enjoy like an actual concert. I've been to one concert technically. I don't even remember which band it was for because my wife's coworker had extra tickets and was like, "Do you guys want to come?" And my wife was like, "Yeah, I want to go." And she was like, "We're going to this," and I was like, "Oh, okay, sure." And it was just like we didn't have seats. It was just like I don't know. I do not know these terms for concerts, but we didn't have seats, so we were just sitting on grass. And like after half an hour, I was like, I am so overwhelmed right now. And I put in my earplugs and I just crocheted. I did not. And then we ended up leaving early. We stayed a little longer than half an hour, but we still left early. Which, if we had paid for the tickets ourselves, maybe it would have been different. But also, the fact that this was not a band I cared about probably made a difference. If it was Conan Gray, I might be able to push through any overwhelm. But I don't know. I'm very torn because like I don't want to spend $60 on concert tickets and then show up and be super excited only for half an hour to be like, nope, never mind, we're going home. Because then I'd be even more upset about it, right? Either way, I think I talked about all of the stuff. This one is probably going to go up a little later than I normally try to, just because when I first went to go film this video, I realized that my phone that I filmed my face on was not charged. It was at 4%, and I was like, that's not going to work. So then I had to charge it. So I had to wait like half an hour before actually starting to film. And then obviously it's going to take time for me to edit this. So I think that I will wrap this up right now. So thank you all for watching. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you again in another video. Bye.